Afternoon, folks. I've got a couple of requests just to go over NASDAQ, NVIDIA, and cocoa. So let's do that very quickly. This is the NASDAQ. You can see we've got two channels here, and I've pointed this out in frequent videos. There's an internal steeper channel, which is shown here in yellow, and then there's this broader, longer-term channel shown in red. The internal channel steeper, of course. Now, what happened was we had these 5 touches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this was the 5th touch. And on the 5th touch, we broke down and broke through. We got short right at the top and actually got out right at the bottom, almost to the pip. And the only reason we got out was because NVIDIA earnings were coming out last night. As a result, we took half the profit here. We've still got half the trade open. Now, let's have a closer look at this line here is the channel line, which we're retesting from underneath. That's quite normal, but we want the price to hold here beneath this channel line, first of all. Also that high there, and that's at about 17,960, actually where we got into this short trade in the first place. So we still have half the trade on from that level and waiting to see what happens. If we fail here and move down, and then first of all close beneath this low here, at about 17,400, and then this low here at about 17,320, then we should see our way down, first of all to the 50-period moving average here, then this big support at about 16,900, and then the much bigger support where the 200-period moving average, the channel bottom, and this horizontal support line is. So that's our plan on NASDAQ. Of course, short trades are pretty difficult at the moment. We were very lucky to get a really good profit on that trade. And what actually started this all off was NVIDIA. Now I'm going to show you something on X shortly, but this is the NVIDIA trade today after the earnings gap. Look at the last earnings gap and see what happened. Much bigger move, and then a continuation, consolidating well above the 20-period moving average and then moving higher. The period before that gap was fairly flat. Now, on this occasion, the period before the earnings and the gap was a massive rise up. So we've already had a huge move, a bit of a muted response to that rather wonderful earnings report, and we're still stuck there at the moment. So let's see how that goes. Maybe this is kind of the last fling for NVIDIA for a little while to give it room to pull back and consolidate into some of these moving averages. On this occasion, a mean reversion event would be pretty welcome. So that's NASDAQ and NVIDIA. I did talk about natural gas this morning in the previous video. Go and check that out. Just pulling back a bit so far already. We're long on Brent crude. Have a look at cocoa. We sold for the 4th time today at this red arrow, just below 6,000, looking for a move down into these moving averages. Very similar actually in the way that NVIDIA and even Bitcoin sometimes trades. So that's it, folks. I hope that's helped. Have a great day. I'll speak to you soon.